up, and now that I'm here in this moment and I get to do the same exact thing, like, how lucky am I? Didn't know how exactly fan support would translate from the college level to the WNBA, like, especially getting drafted here to the Fever. Like, Indiana is just such a basketball state. Like, I really couldn't picture a better place for myself to start my career.
Caitlin Clark, one of the things we knew would translate is her ability to hit the deep three-point shot. We've seen that already here early in her rookie year, and also the get-ahead passes, which have translated from the college game.
Not only is she a phenomenal passer, but obviously we know her scoring ability from the perimeter. Like I said, she's a special.
I idolized WNBA players growing up, and now that I'm here in this moment and I get to do the same exact thing, like, how lucky am I? Didn't know how exactly fan support would translate from the college level to the WNBA, like, especially getting drafted here to the Fever. Like, Indiana is just such a basketball state. Like, I really couldn't picture a better place for myself to start my career.
Caitlin Clark, one of the things we knew would translate is her ability to hit the deep three-point shot. We've seen that already here early in her rookie year, and also the get-ahead passes, which have translated from the college game.
Not only is she a phenomenal passer, but obviously we know her scoring ability from the perimeter. Like I said, she's a special player. She commands so much defensive attention, and I think that's one of the things that separates her in terms of winning that Rookie of the Year.
So there was a lot about Caitlin Clark that I felt like I expected. Some people didn't expect her to be as good as she was early. I did. I thought she would be. She handled it, all the pressure and all the tough defenses at Iowa, and I thought she would do that in the WNBA.
When you're talking about Caitlin, I think there's no denying her ability to influence your offense, right? When you think about different players, you think about, oh, they can really score the ball, they can really push the ball in transition. I think the thing that makes Caitlin so special is she can impact the game in so many different ways, right? Teams have double-teamed her, they've put their best defenders on her, and for a rookie, that really speaks to what other people think about her, right? I think we've seen more defensive coverages than any other player, and statistically, that's just true, right?
No matter how physical the early teams were with her, took her back a little bit in the beginning, but hey, the next game she's better. The next game she's better because she's adaptable, she's smart, and she's a lot stronger physically than you think she is.
Clark right at the cup, and she gets the bucket.
Great pass.
And the find there from Clark. Clark, a dig through. Look that in. Knocks that one down, and it's a big one.
I've only had a few of those kind of point guards. You just sees the play before it's happened. So I know I'm open. I'm like, oh, nah, shit. I reckon the point guard, I'm like, they didn't see it. But Caitlin saw that, like, she saw that before I was open.
Her ability to take what you watch on film or what we talk about and take that onto the court. She's a very fast learner in being able to do those things.
Obviously, we see her shooting, we see her passing, we see all that stuff on the floor, but a lot of that comes from a lot of hard work. She's in the gym almost all the time working on her game with Coach Jessie Miller, watching film. She's also an extreme competitor. She'll do whatever it takes to win, and seeing those things, you understand why she's been so successful so early in her career.
Gets right to the cup and lays it up off that screen, knocks it down. Even with her body fading, she can still control that shot.
Well, she comes off in a snaking manner on that weak corner, and she post feeds Aaliyah Boston. They're building, she goes reverse stop.
She can find you. She can find you in times where you don't really know it's even coming. So it's exciting and it's fun to play with her, and I think we're building that chemistry every game.
5 right now, Clark. With the step back money.
That takes care of one category.
Clark on the hesitation. Clark with a big shot.
Yeah, I think my competitiveness is one of the best things that I could bring to this team when I got drafted here is just, my winning attitude. It's been one of the biggest things I've tried to bring to this team is just that fire, that competitive spirit. Because I think it affects every single person around me, and it makes them go a little more too.
And the first triple-double for a rookie, more history for the Fever rookie. The
records keep coming. Started out in college, rolling into her pro career already.
When you think about 25 years of Fever basketball and the history of the league, for her to be the only rookie to do that, I think the numbers just speak for themselves.
You know, when you talk about greats in this game, you know, the Michael Jordans and the Kobe Bryants and the Steph Currys, like they are putting her in that category. The Diana Taurasi's, she has that level of competitiveness in her. I mean, she wants everyone on her team to have that. And she has given that. It has infused several of our players to have more of that competitive spirit.
The other thing I love about her is her connection to the fans. You know, when she comes out, she's really drawn not only to the normal fans, but to all those young girls that are there in the stadium, that have on her jerseys, that are screaming and hollering, and they want her autograph. And I think she genuinely loves that. And I think she has an attraction to the fans, and I think they feel it too, that she really cares about them and that she really wants to give them the best she can of her game.
As a rookie, you don't always know what you're walking into, how you're going to impact the game, but her ability as the point guard to talk to others, to say, hey, you might be open here, you might be open here, hey, we need to do this, let's run that. I think her ability to lead this team as a rookie, she's really starting to step into that role, and I think that's exciting to see as well.
I think Caitlin does a great job of finding me and also understanding when she can get her shot out of the pick and roll as well. I think that's something that we've just continued to build over games and practices and just continue to get a feel for each other. And so I'm super excited of where it's at now. Caitlin with the ball in her hand, she talks to me a lot and she tells me do this or do that. And so I'm just trying to make sure I get to those spots because I know she can hit me.
I think you've just seen it too. Like, you go from game 1 with 10 turnovers to game 26 with 19 assists. And that jump is just incredible.
Caitlin decided not to shoot. Mitchell will hits the three, and that is the 19th assist for Caitlin.
This is incredible.
A new WNBA single game record.
I thought the interesting thing about Caitlin's growth was to watch her performance at the All-Star game. You know, she didn't make the Olympic team, but the good news is she got a chance to rest and she got a chance to play with that other group, the All-Stars, and she played extremely well against our Olympic team, the best team in the world. And I mean, they tried every person they had to guard her, and she ends up with 10 assists. You know, they can't guard her. And so you just saw that growth from the first game to that All-Star game, and I was impressed with that. And I continue to be impressed with her high basketball IQ, her knowledge of the game. And then I think the other thing that impresses me about Clark is that she's grounded. You know, say she's just a, you know, down-to-earth, good old Midwestern kid.
I think I've grown the most in just, you know, understanding my teammates, understanding the system that we run, understanding how people are going to guard me, understanding ways that I can put myself in a position to be successful. It's so much different than college. And in college, I, you know, had teammates that were there with me for 4 years and were really comfortable playing with me. And then you come here and you have to learn your teammates in 2 weeks before you step on the court, and that can be really hard. And I've just learned, you know, how I can put my teammates in a position to be successful, and they've learned, you know, what's going to make me go too. And I think you can see literally every single game our chemistry is just building and building, and, you know, I think that's what's most exciting.
I think we see that it's so many different facets that she can put her imprint on, especially as a rookie. Being able to do that and impact the game the way that she does is something that's really special.
Understanding, like, this is a new game for her. Playing at the professional level is a new game, and she's taken hold of it and has really done all she could to show that she belongs in this league.